Funny Bone.
Oh, I like that.
This Sunday night, get ready to go pack to pack.
That's it. I like it. Summer winners.
Grab
There's a
your
quote
junior
from
mints.
Rolling Stone magazine. That's pretty. I don't subscribe. Right? That's good.
Two powerhouses, though, in the NFC going head-to-head in this primetime matchup. Shriggs, what are you looking forward to, and what are you looking at in this one?
I don't know what the 49ers are, and I think a lot of people are slotting them into that 1 seed, but I look at the 49ers, and they struggled against the Cardinals, they lost against the Seahawks, and now they've got this game on Sunday, which is a mega one. Then they play the Ravens a week later in Baltimore. So as much as we want to say, okay, the 49ers are set where they are, a couple losses, and they're suddenly out of this playoff picture, and they're a young team. I'm fascinated to see what version of the 49ers we get in a game they need to have, despite what you look, 9-1. There are a lot of questions whether they can do this over the next 5 weeks.
It's kind of got it all. Like, it's got the young, cool coaches. It's got the star quarterbacks. I'm fascinated in Aaron Rodgers versus Richard Sherman. I remember a moment early on when it was the Green Bay versus Seattle, and the second the game ended and the Packers didn't score any points, Sherman went right up to Rodgers after the game and said, "You were avoiding me all game. I know you were avoiding me." And, like, Rodgers doesn't really roll with that stuff. So I feel like, especially if Devontae Adams is back there being himself, that sort of chess match is just one of 50 reasons it's a great game.
You know, as much as we could put pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's been exceeding expectations, I feel like the pressure is going to be on this defense of the 49ers. You know, what are you going to do when Aaron Rodgers catches his rhythm? Because we all seen Aaron Rodgers almost like a shooter in the NBA. Once he gets hot, he can shoot from anywhere. Keep him in the pocket. You don't let him negotiate with his feet, and you definitely don't let him step outside the pocket and really start to get creative with some of his throws. It's going to be up to that defensive line, those linebackers, to really collapse that and make him feel as uncomfortable as possible. It's not necessarily about the sacks or the QB hits. It's more about those QB hurries, and they're actually #1 in the NFL QB hurries.
What's with you in these QB hurries? Why is that the stat?
Because sacks are misleading. You know, it could be a quarterback trying to escape the pocket, but a QB hurry is basically getting him off of his timing. And Aaron Rodgers, as good as he is, he wants to drop back, throw to a spot where his receiver is supposed to be. If the DBs are doing their job and the defensive line can hurry the ball out of his hands, that's where you start to get these turnovers. And if they can kind of make this offense do what they're doing right here, which is throw arid balls, I think they'll have a good chance of winning this game.
You want to go within the tackles a little bit within this? Okay, so Kyle Shanahan was in Washington. One of the younger assistants under him was Matt LaFleur. Kyle Shanahan goes to Atlanta. One of the younger assistants under him was Matt LaFleur. Kyle Shanahan, I'm not going to say is the mentor to Matt LaFleur, but Matt LaFleur learned a lot of his X's and O's and savvy with working with a team from Kyle Shanahan. If you don't think this is big brother, little brother, you got another thing coming. This is Kyle Shanahan versus a guy that has always been his apprentice in the NFL. I'm very curious to see how they bring it.
That's why it's the marquee matchup of the week. We've got a fresh edition of Total Access, by the way, coming your way tonight after the game. It's the post-game show, a little wrap-up with Scott Hansen and James Jones. What do you guys have in store tonight?